There comes a time when we must accept change, no matter how great. There comes a time when we must all leave home.
For the first time in human history, we've sent a manned mission to Jupiter. This science mission is going to survey the various moons of Jupiter and determine suitable locations for future bases. As head of security of Project Exodus, I have my doubts about this. So far, we've been operating under the radar. We've quietly taken control over most of North America. The aliens barely pay us any mind. Now that we've taken to sending a manned mission to Jupiter, the aliens must be paying attention. Suddenly, we're showing that we're capable of sending ships farther than ever before. This worries me. Running security on a project as ambitious as Project Exodus is a dream job. However, defending against an extraterrestrial threat with unknown capabilities and human sympathizers is turning into a nightmare. I've expressed my concerns to the chairman. Do we really need to push for Jupiter? Isn't Mars enough for now? From the briefings, I understood that Mars has plenty of resources. At any rate, not having assets all over the solar system would make my job a lot easier.
Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to Terra Invicta, episode 4 for Project Exodus. It's been a long journey, but the Delta Flyer, Task Force 2, has finally reached orbit of Europa. That means I can start surveying the place, and we're going to see what sort of sites are going to be interesting. I still will take quite some time actually be able to get something on Europa, but I do believe I will be the first. Now, this is not a very nice place. These sites all have dangerous levels of radiation, which means that any HAB module built here will have 3 times its original mass to account for all the shielding necessary to protect fragile electronics and crew members. I do believe that means that our travel time is also going to be substantially longer, but so be it. Let's Europa. Sorry for Europa that it's going to take them 28 days, so about a month, and then we'll know what exactly is on here. The beauty is, this one ship can now start doing this not just for Europa, but for every other moon in orbit of Jupiter. Although I am going to steer well clear of Callisto, because that, well, that's a little dangerous. There are aliens on Callisto. So I'm going to try and steer clear of that. I'm going to try Europa, Ganymede, Io might have some interesting spots, although it only has 9 of them. We also have a couple of asteroids in orbit of Jupiter. And if you want to zoom out a little farther, there is some more orbiting at Jupiter. There's another asteroid, but these aren't terribly interesting. I mean, they're okay. But I wouldn't really want to spend that much mission control and resources on getting something over here. Now, what's been happening on Earth? Let's snap back to the United States. Because I have been doing a little bit of rummaging through not the United States itself, but my southern neighbors. I already controlled the full of Mexico, and I also have retaken Guatemala as well as Honduras over there. I'm considering going to Nicaragua, but I'm probably not going to do it, for the reason that I want more research. I want to be able to get more information, I want to be able to get more projects done. So I have taken my attention elsewhere, and I have permanently set Grace Gucci to start increasing our reputation over here, in Germany. Now, it's not an easy place to get into, because it's heavily locked down by both the Protectorate and the Initiative, the Academy. They are going to, at some point, lose control, like the guys over here. I do believe that because this is such an important research post for them, well, not just research, I mean, it does everything. It also generates boost, it also generates mission control. They're probably going to try and secure this as quickly as possible. Nevertheless, I would like this because it also has advanced 10.2 tech level. It has information age armies, so they're okay. They're not on the same level as the US, because I'm currently on 4.8, so I'm almost at 5.0. It's going to take me a few years, though, that's fine. So, Germany is where we're going next. But first, let's have a look at that probe, or sorry, at that survey ship, survey the place, and wait until that is complete. Something else I've been working on is researching the construction module. This is going to be the first step towards building the solar outpost kit, the fission platform kit, and the fission outpost kit. If I want to start setting things down on Jupiter, I can. If I want to set them down on Jupiter, or well, not Jupiter strictly, but any of its moons faster, I'm going to be able to require a ship with a construction module. So, being able to do this is the first step. I don't have the building kits just yet, I believe. They're space projects, so no, I don't have them. They will at some point pop up, and they will allow me to start building things in locations very quickly. Now, something else has been happening in the world, and it's quite interesting. It is the breakup of larger nations. You can build the Aztlan nation. This is going to get a claim on Los Angeles, Monterey, Denver, and Dallas. So you're essentially breaking up the United States. I do have some ideas why you would want to do this. I definitely do not want to do it. But let's say that you have an enemy in one of those regions. If you're researching this project and you are able to take part of control of the US, maybe the whole of it. Again, if you take the whole of the US, I don't exactly know why you would want to break it up. But it is a possibility, and you will then fracture the US, thus probably making it smaller, weaker, potentially easier to conquer. And this goes for a lot of different nations. I already showed you our own way. For Germany, we have the breakup of Pakistan, we have the Siberian independence movement. This is fairly interesting, because if I'm able to conquer Siberia, and then it becomes like its own thing, its own nation, I can fracture Russia and make it a lot weaker than it is. So this is definitely something that I'm looking into. I'm just not sure if it's going to be worth my time just yet. So for now, I'm working on some other projects. Transnational coordination, which will get me another 25 additional control point management. And Great Nations is completing a little later this year on August 17th, 2030. After about 4 to 6 weeks, I have completed scans of both Europa and Ganymede, and these look like really interesting spots to get to. This moon, Ganymede, a planetary satellite of Jupiter, has 16 sites. Now again, they are all in a nicely radiated zone, so they're going to require additional shielding, but that will be fine. They have a lot of water on them. They also have some nobles, not necessarily stellar numbers, but hey, it's fairly much better than what I'm getting right now. The thing is, I'm going to have to give up a base in order to make this happen. I am going to give up probably moon bases 1 and 2, because they right now, relative to what the other guys are getting, are not that profitable anymore. If you look at moon base 1, I'm getting 6.4 water, 1.4 volatiles, 23 metal, and 0.8 in fissiles. That is fairly minor when you consider that, for example, mining base 1, Utopia Planitia on Mars, is getting a lot more of everything except metals. So the thing that I would like to get more of is metals, but then again, Mars base 3 in Olympus Mons kind of has that covered. I was also able to convince the Protectorate to give me Garibaldi base in the Carbon Crater of Ceres. I'm actually very happy that they did this. The exchange for this was a simple matter of giving them a space station in orbit of Earth, another one of those, well, how should I put this, donate stations? The ones that are basically a core, 2 solar panels, and 2 research labs, and the AI just, they eat it up. That's fine. If they want to give me Garibaldi base, all the better. Because this one is generating a lot of volatiles, but a metric ton of water. There's 161 water coming out of this mining complex. Of course, the base is going to use some of it for itself. And aside from that, we're also getting 38.1 in volatiles. So I'm getting a lot of water, and this is going to be very nice to build further spaceships. The other two, the mining bases on Moon, I'm probably going to sell those off to factions that don't like me that much yet, so that I have a bit more mission control to put further bases on Jupiter's planets, or Jupiter's moons. That is, of course, the Ganymede that I have just surveyed. as well as Europa. Europa also has a ton of water. Again, I'm looking mostly for nobles, so probably the Balgatan Regio. And this is going to give me 14.1 in nobles. An okay amount of metals, no fissiles, but it's the nobles that I am most looking for. Because that is currently the lowest incoming resources that I have. TF2 over here, this is my Delta Flyer. It still has a fairly high amount of Delta V left. So let's see what else I can survey in this planetary system. What else could be interesting? We have Io. Io has reasonably high values of nobles. So let's tell the Task Force 2. It's a bit excessive to call it a task force, but okay. To use some of its Delta V to transfer over there, which is going to take 4 weeks. And after 4 weeks, we're going to survey a bit more. A research project that popped up is the Fission Platform Kit, so I instantly jumped on that. It's going to be completing in 13 days, after which point I will probably be designing a new ship, including one of those platform kits, or potentially 2, so that I can start building these platforms directly on a planet that I want to get to. If I want to do so now, on, let's say, Ganymede, if I want to build a platform here, it's going to take 1,000 days. About 3 years. No thank you. If I can get a ship to get there fast, I can do it in about 60 weeks. So let's say a year and change. So definitely things are moving, and well, it's not moving particularly quick. I mean, you're talking pretty much on a year scale, but hey, we're making things work. After a while more researching, I finally have settlement mining complexes. I've already been upgrading a lot of my bases to make sure that they're ready to receive this new module. So this is going to really kick the mining efforts into gear. I'm still kind of eyeing an additional mining site from the guys over in Mars. I'm trying to make contact with one of those factions, but they are proving pretty elusive, sadly. Now, as for my United North America project, it just popped up, and this is going to allow me to get the United States to merge with Canada. That would free up quite a lot of control points, but it is going to take a while. It is going to take 5 years in order to complete this one project. It is a social science project, so if I can get a bunch more research in that particular category, that'd be much appreciated. To that end, I have upgraded my mining bases to also include research facilities. So the Mars stations also have, of course, the life science labs. They got fission piles to power everything, materials labs, everything that I need to try and up my research, but I want to get more. First, however, we're going to upgrade the mining complex, and the game goes, are you sure? Because you cannot power that. This thing takes 9 power, the upgraded version takes 37. So as much as I dislike it, I'm going to have to replace some of my research facilities to make sure that I can actually power this thing. Over here I got a couple of energy labs, so let's see. Energy, I'm only getting a 10% bonus. It's not that much. When it comes to materials science, I'm getting an 18% bonus, so I'll throw down another fission pile there. But at this rate, this is going to be pretty much only a power plant plus a research or plus a mining site. That's essentially all I'm able to afford. So yes, I will build that. I'm going to have plus 21 power. I hate this, but okay, that's going to be 29 power, and here comes another fission pile. Eventually, we'll be able to get these things back to their previous standards. So I'm going to have to give up some research in order to get a bunch more resources. As for my plans to start mining things on Europa, start mining things on Io, start mining things basically everywhere, I'm not exactly sure yet. Because yes, there are a bunch of nice resources, but I'm also flaring the aliens like, hey guys, here I am. Come and get me. And if they do decide to come and get me, I'm going to be in some trouble. Because I will not really be able to hold them off. They are going to be extremely capable of just blowing up whatever I have. And anything that they don't like the look of will get turned into scrap. So for now, maybe it is safer to just have the information about Jupiter and not use it, rather than go out there,
flare the aliens and invite them to attack a valuable research installation, or sorry, a valuable mining installation. As for my sites on the moon, I don't think I'm going to upgrade these. The amount of resources that they're bringing in is really quite low, so I don't think it's really worth it to upgrade these, and I would love to trade one of them for example, a hab on Mars. Because if you look at what the Resistance has, they have some decent resources, but it's not that special. What I'm mostly looking for is noble metals. Right now, they don't really have that. So we're going to go to humanity first. They get a 1.9 and a 3. It's not that special. I am the Project Exodus, so I can skip that. The initiative has a 2.5, so I'm going to skip the initiative. It is the Protectorate with 2.5. That is also quite boring. The Academy, no joy, and the aliens themselves don't have a base. As you can see, on Mars, there's not really that many nobles to be had. That leaves the moon. If you go to Luna, you get the same picture. The only base that is slightly interesting is Jomini base, which is being held by the Resistance. It has a current negative on water and volatiles. It does have a decent metal income, or sorry, noble income. So let's see if I can contact those guys and have a chat, so we can potentially trade one of our bases for the other.
Nothing of note.
I'm not sure if I currently have a lead on a counselor from the Resistance, but we might be able to track one of them down. Now there's all sorts of mishap and mayhem going on over here in the Alpine States. They are currently being invaded by France, and I believe that the UK is also on their way there. These guys have very quickly upgraded their army to robotics age tech. They must have pumped... yeah, they're pumping everything into military power. This is done by the Academy, of all people. They're the ones that are actually controlling the army, if I'm not mistaken, because they got executive power. So, sorry, no, it is the Protectorate. The Protectorate is roaming around with armies, and the Protectorate is being aided by the Protectorate group from France to deal with the guys over here, which is humanity first. I'm still not exactly sure what the Protectorate wants. I don't have enough information about them to really figure out what their goals are. Protect humanity by appeasing the aliens, yes. But how does taking the Alpine States figure into that? I'm not sure. Oh, there's another British army over here, the 1st Division. Lovely. They're going to have all sorts of challenges on their hands. This does mean that these guys are not really developing themselves that much when it comes to economy, research, all the other things that could be more important late game. You can see that their research is actually going down. They got a hegemonic cohesion. Holy crap. The higher the cohesion goes, the better, generally. But this is, I think, the highest I've ever seen it. Anyway, for now, I have some trouble of my own. Because Mexico is being invaded by a couple of Eurasian armies. They are on their way out, or at least one of them is. I don't think they'll be able to complete the occupation here. But to make sure that I'm going to be able to defend myself a little better, I have decided to put every bit of my resources into building armies. And of course, I can also throw more money at the problem by doing a direct investment. But I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be able to hold these guys off for long enough to make sure that I can get another army going. These are more advanced than I am. They're 4.1s. And I have tried to get Mexico to just be at peace with the Eurasians, but they just really don't want that. They are absolutely not interested in trying to make peace. So they just keep coming. Every now and then they keep sending a few armies. I keep pushing them back into the water. And, well, we just do this song and dance all over again. So that just keeps happening. Anyway, on to more mining bases. And let's see if I can get on a call with the Resistance and trade one of their bases. No, I don't want to attack the Caribbean. Come on, don't be daft. Let's see if I can trade one of their bases on the moon, because I really would like a higher income. Oh, Kyrgyzstan is no more. Interesting. Yes, investigate alien activity. Excellent. End of China. Wow. Manchuria gains a claim on Harbin. This is going to completely break up China. It could be interesting to do that. It could be interesting to do that. Who holds control over China? Everybody. This is 3 different factions. Okay. 3 different factions. Wow, they're also going really hard on military power. It's like the whole world is trying to go at war with each other at the same time. I don't know why. I'm not really sure why they're trying to pull this shit and why they're thinking they're benefiting, but whatever. Great. I don't have a resistance guy to contact. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and figure out one of those guys, and then I'm gonna have to jump on a call with them to trade them one of my lunar bases. And here we are, the Resistance. They're currently very pleased with me, that's very nice. What I would like is... Holy crap, they got a lot of bases. What's your place called again? Alexandria Base... No, not Alexandria Base. Jomini Base, the one with the nobles. So, Jomini Base, is that on the table? It's not going to work. Yes, I understand. Wait. Why can I not give you one of my habs? Why are you not interested in any of my habs? Can I give you an organization, perhaps? Is that something that would interest you? No, not enough? Okay, fine. If I give you 2 orgs, is that gonna do it? I don't want to give them anything that gives them too much. Let's see, what are they short on? What are they short on? They don't have a lot of water. I do. Would you like some water? They would not. See, I can get a ton of water. So, giving them water is not really that much of an issue. But they really don't want to part with Germany base just yet. What about some fissile material? Not even that? What is it going to take to persuade these people? One feature I would love to see is the ability to go, okay, what does it take to complete this deal? Like you have in Civilization, for example. Something like that would really give you a lot more information about what the AI needs in order to make this trade work. Because right now, I just don't know. And I can just start throwing random things in, if you will. But, oh, there we go. She is changing her opinion, although slightly. No, I don't think that she's really interested in trading that base. That's fine. As for the other ones, I'm not really sure where any of these are. Let's have a look where all of their bases are, the Resistance. Because if they got anything else that interests me, I might be able to make a deal there. Ooh. That's good. That's really good. The Zhang Liao base. It's currently costing them a lot of money, but it's also making them a lot of nobles. As well as metal. So let's see if they were able to trade me that. I think they might need even more in order to be satisfied with this one. What if I give you a couple of tier 3 orgs? Like the ones that generate a lot of boost. I don't really need those. I don't really want to part ways with this on because it gives me a bunch of research bonuses. You're not getting extraction services. This is fine. Nope, that's 14% minerals. You and Outer... yeah. I don't think they're really going to take it, though. They're still low on water, of course. So let's see if I give them 3k water. Ops is okay. I have a ton of influence that I can give them. So let's say I want to give them 1,000 influence. No. That would be such a nice base to get. Come on. Come on, work with me here. If I could offer them a non-aggression pact, I would definitely do it, but by the looks of it, she's not... Or I cannot offer that. I can just not engage their bases, if you will. Ah, now you are interested. Okay. Now you're interested. So if I go 1,200, 1,500, 1,800... No, I'm not going to give you that much. This is pretty insane. This is a great deal for her, not a great deal for me. So, unfortunately, no joy in trying to persuade the Resistance to give up one of their bases. Where is that base? Can I get there myself? Where are you? You're on Antigone. Where the hell is that? Antigone? Is that like an asteroid or something? Why the hell are the servants all over the place? That's the aliens? Nope, that's a different resistance base. Jarvis. Definitely a lot of interest in all of these asteroids. Speaking of, I can do my own surveying there. My science ship is still on the way home, so that's going to take a while, but that's fine. 13 here. 14. Interesting. 15 on a sulfurous planetoid. 18. I think 18 is the max that we currently can get. It's on Io. Oh shit, that's around Jupiter. Yeah. That's around Jupiter. Which, because of the aforementioned reasons, might not be the place that I really want to visit. My neighbors are not that fascinated with having me around, I suppose. Let's say I want to build an outpost there. It's going to take me, yeah, 1100 days. I still need to get that platform kit, or the outpost kit. Right. Well, it looks like this episode I'm not going to make that much progress, aside from upgrading some mining bases. We're just going to have to wait a little longer. And I hope that you guys can join me in the next one. More action in that one, I hope. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon for the next episode.